Charles, the owner of this engine and Land Rover project, bought a great big load of parts and bits and bobs, and amongst them were some engine mountings. Now, we're going to fit them just because we got them, but to tell you the honest truth, there isn't a great deal wrong with the old ones. There wasn't very many problems with 300 TDI mounts. They were quite good. They do split after a period of time, but while we're here, we might as well do it. But I can tell this engine's been out before, and it's been put in by an animal. Why? See these wings here? These should be in and parallel. When somebody's undone the bolt and tried to pull this out, they've caught the mounting somehow and pulled it. I've seen it happen quite a few times. You know, that's not deliberately bent. That's sort of deliberately bent. It's not supposed to be like that. So anyway, while they're out, we're going to change them. The quickest way to change them is sort of take them off the engine, and then you can get an 18mm socket in there and spin them off. I've seen people, you know, sort of struggling on trying to get them off inside. What a waste of time. Take them off, 18mm socket, you'll have them done in 10 seconds. Changing mountings. You can just to say get your gun in, spin it off, get your new one, wherever it is. Here it is. Get your new one, pop it in. There's a little pin, location pin here at the bottom that locates in the hole. Now, you can't go wrong with these because they're not handed. The rear ones for the rear gearbox mounting are handed. They look similar, but these are a lot bigger. Just another thing, see, like I say, these are bent. That's what it should look like. I did a little video not so long ago. When you're fitting an engine to a gearbox, take these studs out and you'll find out the engine and gearbox will slide in lovely, because otherwise you're fighting against these studs on the side of the engine mounting. So take them out. I'll put a link in the top there. So there's another job done, and we have got a good pair of used mountings. The rear mountings on a TDI, although they look the same, there's a little subtle difference, because you look at them like this, and I don't know until we take those old ones off if these jobber ones, these aftermarket ones, are moulded correctly. I'm not sure. One's got a big lip on, and this is the first time I've observed it. There's something different. But what is different is the position of the pin here. So there is a left and a right. So I'm just going to spin them off, and really easy to change. Obviously you have to take your mounting off and set this to reverse, and that's that one off, and there goes the nut. Just go and retrieve that. So I've got my nuts back. Let's have a look which one that one should be, because I've opened the box and threw the packets away. So let's have a look. Well, that one I think we can agree is the same. So we're going to put this one back on its bracket. Very easy, like I say, 17mm. Spin them on, spin them off. And just make sure that the pins are lined in the hole. So that's that one. And we'll do the other one. And we'll see if there is a difference. I'll try and hold my nut this time. So let's compare. Ooh, what have we got here? What have we got here? Oh no, they are the same. Well, look at that. Huh. Those fiendish Chinese people. Oh no, I think these are made in India actually. So we're going to spin that one on. They are really simple to change. But I'll tell you a little reason, you know, a little something in a minute about these. And why they break. So this is sort of on your gearbox, and this is looking forwards like this, and this is on your crossmember. Now, as Land Rovers get old and the rubber gets soft and things like this, you have to realise on this side of the engine and gearbox and transmission, there's an awful lot of weight, so every time you brake, it can sort of shunt forwards and backwards, it moves backwards and forwards. On the old series trucks, they were forever snapping the engine mountings off, and what they used to do on the rear gearbox crossmember, they used to put a bracket on the military ones to stop the engines going forward under severe braking, because what could happen was the fan would jump forwards and go through the radiator. It doesn't seem to be a problem on the TDIs, but they do crack, so it's wise to change them every now and again if you're doing a gearbox job. And of course, like everything, they're cheap, so why not replace them? Just a shame they don't come with new nuts, that's my only gripe about them. So that's all the mountings changed. We can then get everything sort of prepped up and ready for assembly. So this is making the mountings better. We're making Land Rovers better. Oh, it just gets better every day, doesn't it? We'll talk to you later.